Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the Baited Podcast. I'm your host, Colossal is Crazy, and we're joined here once again by the infamous, the legendary DJ Killer Keemstar.
What up, world? And
also Tommy C.
Hey, what's happening, everybody?
And special guest for you today, first female guest on the show, Zoie Burgher.
And what an honor, what a perfect candidate for female rights and, you know, female in general. What a great representative.
I'm not sure about that. You've been called a whore, a prostitute, but also now a pedo, which I'm not sure I agree with, but Keemstar has some other ideas about that. What do you think, Keemstar?
Well, I mean, okay, listen, first of all, a lot of people were saying, you called Zoie Burgher a pedo. I never called her a pedo. What I did is I brought up the question, if Zoie Burgher was a man, wouldn't we all be calling her a pedo?
I wouldn't exist if I were a man.
That's true. Like
that's
it
the
would
point. That's why everyone's mad.
But, you know, I bring up this question, and it kind of ticked me off that you went the route of saying that. You went the route of saying that I was like jealous or scarce because you were flirting with him and stuff.
I am sorry about that because I was just trying to put the ball back in the court, get some views on my channel that are not age restricted. So I'm so sorry. Like if that actually was like offensive in any way, because like hopefully I would like you to think well of me and understand that what I do is not like an oopsie. I just randomly became sexually famous for being the hottest girl ever. It's not like that at all.
Well, I'm glad that you said that because I thought you honestly felt that way, and me bringing up the question of whether or not you are a pedo was because at the time there was nothing going on, and it's my job to be an entertainer.
Amen. That's why I went back on there, and I was like, oh, it's because I was moaning for scarce. It was a shout out to myself to go look at my other video, responding to your shout out. We all get it.
I don't really get it. You called her a pedo for entertainment purposes.
And I didn't call her a pedo. I'm a friend with him. It's no big deal.
You know,
I didn't call her a pedo.
My best friend called it dead on Dave. He said this is a work, and that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like you guys.
Well, it was quite brilliant, wasn't it, Zoe?
People. It was amazing. We danced, and it was perfect. And we stopped talking in DMs because we didn't want to touch the art. And people can't get over the publicity. They can't get over the fact that they're sensitive, and YouTubers are so bad with their egos. They are not willing to take an L. They're not willing to be insulted. So they do not expand marketing-wise. They do not understand, and that is why they fail. And I'm currently succeeding.
And the greatest thing about it is we had Colossal is Crazy and Tommy C that were not in on any of this. True. And they did a whole stream debating it. They did a whole stream debating it. It was the greatest
the internet by calling Zoie Burgher
We're
a
the
pedo.
master baited.
I didn't call her a pedo. See, what I did is I left enough
Legally
room.
Sound.
I left enough meat on the bone for you to insinuate that I was calling her a pedo.
But I don't think people anticipated. It gave me an opportunity to show that I was smart because I don't think people anticipated me to be able to articulate myself in such a way. See, I got these things. You know, I cast my net. Who wants to see someone twerking on a COD stream? There's shock value. And not only that, but there is the sense of intrigue and people with dicks like it. Bottom line. But now I gotta do a favor to future Zoie Burgher at meet and greets that wants to keep this going, have a shelf life of longer than 2 months, and help my audience become smarter.
I'm so mad at myself
person.
Because my partner said he didn't want to take the narrative on my show about Keem calling her because he thought the whole thing was a work between you two. I'm utterly embarrassed. Good job, guys.
I'm sorry. Why is that a good job?
But why is that bad, though?
I like stuff like that.
Well, it's good to have a
you bandied around the word pedophile.
No,
pedo.
I don't think
a criminal accusation.
Right.
Yes.
So you're making a joke
businessmen.
of calling someone a pedophile, and I'm very surprised that Keemstar has done this of all people with the false pedophile allegations that he's brought up in the past.
That's what.
Clown.
He's the only person who can do it. He's the only person who can. How do you not get this, clown? You are so smart. You are in this. I'm so sorry I cut you off, Keemstar. I know that's not right for podcasts, but how can you not get it? You are part of it. Colossal, you're gonna do a face reveal one day. You know how hype that's gonna be? I'm hype. I'm ready to fucking jack off to that because
there's no hype around it. It's going to be a post on Twitter.
Whoa, you are so out of depth with your own image, dude. You need to get a therapist and talk to her about it. Talk about the fact why you're anonymous on the
need
internet.
A therapist, Zoe, just because I'm going to do a face reveal on Christmas Day.
I'm sorry. I'm
let me respond to Clown. Let me respond to the Clown. You said that, we're making a joke out of the pedo thing, but we weren't, right? Because what I found
but it was
is
a troll,
genuine.
Keemstar.
Yeah, but it was a bit of a troll. But it was I'm an entertainer. It's my job to entertain people, and nothing was going on at the time. So I created a question, right? A question that would cause people to say, one, Zoie Burgher is a pedo, or two, Zoie Burgher isn't doing anything wrong. And that drives conversation, that drives debate, and that entertains boring people worldwide for hours. And
this is literally the most stupid thing I've ever heard, Keemstar.
But yet you are entertaining it.
Because you and Tommy spent hours debating it. Did I not entertain you?
We didn't spend hours debating it.
I did.
We did an hour live show where we basically said, no, Zoie Burgher is not a pedophile.
But no, here's what it is. I need you guys. I need you.
We gave you attention.
Is that why you're bothered?
Because look, I didn't want to defend you because I personally don't like your content. And I think you're just a bit of a whore. And I think, yeah, you can self-deprecate all you want, but at the end of the day, a whore is a whore. But here's the thing. You brought more attention to it by basically trivializing being called a pedophile. Like, this is a new low, Zoe, even for you. Ooh. Even for you. Like, we were willing to defend you when we don't even really like you that much. And Keemstar has been a part of that. And I'm very surprised by it.
But Clown, listen.
Can I respond to it first, Keem? Because you guys are closer friends, and I want to have an opportunity to kind of field back what he said. Because what he said is very powerful and very poignant. So here's how I respond to that, Colossal. And I get it. But the problem is, you are talking about ethics and morality. You are talking about having a kind of ethics to your work that I abandon and that I am not able to have. That's why I'm grasping. I understand I took costs with this. I knew that. Every day when someone tells me to kill myself because I'm a whore,
ethics, Zoe.
Zoe,
they're sacrificing some ethics. But I think you've really kind of crossed the line on this one.
I know, and that's fine, and I'm still going to make these views.
But this is with a serious concept like pedophilia.
What can I do? Do you think he came to me first? Did Keemstar come to me first to ask me if he could call me a pedophile? No, he did not. That's fine. I just bandied back and I did what I could.
I'm so confused here. Like, you're making it out like you've kind of trolled the internet together and like you're all part of...
And we did.
Well, we kind of
did.
How
did we know we made money?
What do you mean you kind
let me
of
say
did?
This. Klein, listen. You're saying over and over again, you're making a joke of the pedo. Nobody made a joke out of it. Here's what happened, right?
I just responded.
There were people on the internet...
I said you trivialized it.
There were people on the internet that were calling Zoie Burgher a pedo, and she is not a pedo. She is just not a pedo. So what I did is I opened up that question, all right? So someone with intelligence like you would go and defend her because she wasn't being defended on this. She wasn't being defended on this point.
Of course she's going to be defended on this one because it's so ridiculous.
But she wasn't being defended before that, and not only that.
Blameless. Is that what he's saying? It doesn't hold me blameless to be defended finally. But I say there needs to be more dialogue. You're talking about, okay, what you're trying to do.
People defended you because the whole concept behind it is ridiculous. That's the only reason people defended you.
The idea that you can hide your identity and be able to, still foster a YouTube presence when in a market when video is becoming increasingly more relevant, you're choosing to withhold the arguably the most marketable and important part. You're doing that. It is crazy. Yes, and we have different ways. And yes, it is cheap.
What has that got to do with anything? Me not showing my face in YouTube videos. That's what you're trying to get at.
Think broader. Think broader. I'm saying, please, this is just how I view the world. This is how I view the world.
Look, maybe this works for you, Zoe, because, you're not going to survive on your voice alone, so you've got to use your body to get views. But for me, I can do it without that.
But I can't.
And quite frankly, a lot of other people have done it without showing their face. And I've got no problem with showing my face. I'm not insecure. That's just what works for me.
Just like what works for me is shaking my ass and making self-deprecating jokes and dealing with people who call me a pedo. So how are you going to come at me like that?
Let me say one thing. Let me say one thing.
Trivializing pedophile allegations. Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay, do you want to spank me for it, Daddy?
Now you're trying to
Art is
Clown,
a sexual
listen.
aggression.
You know, and Clown,
She is in the space. Zoie Burgher is in the space of the gaming entertainment community,
Sure.
right? It is
And drama
dominated
now.
by males. It is dominated by males, and it is impossible for a female gamer. All right,
get taken
it's near
seriously.
impossible to be taken seriously. So she's a gamer. She likes playing video games. She's part of this community, and the only way for her to have a career like you and me is to actually use her body. That's the
bullshit.
only way.
That's
I
bullshit.
want to say something
That
else.
is
Okay,
utter,
then who-
utter
You know what?
bullshit.
Then who out there is
and there
successful?
have been countless examples of very successful female
Who?
entertainers.
And I will never be them.
Who?
And I will never be them.
Who?
Shoe on Your Head is a very popular female YouTuber.
And she
who
is
talks
so
about her
popular
anymore?
because she is hot as
She's
hell.
very popular.
she's smoking hot.
She is popular because she is hot
I'm
as
not
hell. And
even
you
that
know
hot.
that.
I mean,
Dude,
of course,
she
that
had that
factors
fucking
in. But I
viral.
don't feel like that's the main reason people watch her, because she's very
Oh
entertaining.
my god!
It's not the main
if
reason
Shoe
people
on
watch
Head,
me either.
People are only going to watch you, Zoe, because you're not entertaining. You're just a whore. That's why people watch you.
You actually could make me cry.
I'm not trying to make you cry. I'm just stating facts. You called yourself a whore yourself, so I don't see why this is offensive to you.
I don't even have sex.
Well,
No,
you
I'm
do,
just
because
working
you
all
go
the
visit
time.
you go visit YouTubers and you have sex with them when you do
I
collaborations
had sex with
them.
one
That's
guy
kind
who
of
told
proof.
me he never,
All right,
ever
well, you just said you
wanted to
didn't
hang
have
out
sex.
with me again
So
publicly.
that's kind of been proof false, because you just said you didn't have sex. So kind of a lie there.
Wait. Before we
and you
stop,
mean
stop,
one
stop,
time
stop,
in the
stop,
past
stop.
fucking
Bef-
365 days?
Yeah, I mean, you're only 21 years old. I mean, there's only so many days in the year, Zoe.
Stop. You two stop. Before we get lost, what happened with this YouTuber thing? Because like
Which
people probably
one?
want to know what the fuck this is about.
Okay,
All right.
I was just saying that I worked with a YouTuber and he is the current top result for Zoie Burgher for fucking months. I can't even get. For people who don't understand, they're not in the YouTube content creating world. You want to always troll these tags, things that really make your things relevant. For instance, just for me, it happens to be my name. For other people, it's their Call of Duty or whatever their genre is. My genre is my own fucking name. So I look up Zoie Burgher. I see it. I see what's going on. And for the same video to be listed for 2, 3, 4
Well,
weeks,
who is
5
this guy? How
weeks,
do you know him?
he was a friend of mine, and he was just one of the only people who was nice to me before anyone was ever nice to me.
Yeah, there's a pretty good reason why he's nice to you, to be honest. I mean, he got what he wanted out of it.
And what's the YouTuber's name?
This was I was hanging out with Chris London. We did a strip 2K video, which is
Okay, Chris
strip
London.
videos, and he decided that after we worked together that he never wanted to work with me publicly ever again because he got so much hate, and I cried.
Because you guys were like hooking up, like you
But
guys
I
were
got
like dating.
feels. No, we weren't dating. No, not at all. I caught feels. That was my fault. I didn't get it. Whatever. He made a video, top result, got those millions of views, got a lot more money than I made off of my. People think I make so much money. I don't know. Think a little harder, guys. But he's made so much money off of me, and I can't get any respect. None. Don't come back, Zoe.
You don't deserve any. You don't deserve any, Zoe.
That's
I mean,
you can
what do
just
want?
sit over there, Clown. I'm not talking to you right now. I'm talking to people who actually
Clown,
get it.
as a YouTuber, she does deserve
No,
a little
no.
I
respect
do
for the
fucking
amount
get it.
of-
I hit a
Doesn't,
million
because-
subscribers.
because
Where
I
are
can
you
tell
at,
you
Colossal?
right
I don't
now,
know what your
anyone
sub
can
count
do
is.
what Zoie Burgher has done.
Oh,
Sorry.
can they? Where are they?
Clown,
Where
clown.
are they? Where the
All they
fuck
have
are
to
they,
do, Zoe,
Clown?
is get silicone injected in their tits and
All
take
they
the
have
top
to
off
do
on
is get
That's all they have to do.
injected into my
and
tits.
promise
No,
you
not
to
quite.
1 million
No.
subscribers. Anybody can do that, Zoe.
Clown, I got a question for you. Who have they hurt?
I didn't say it would hurt anyone. I'm just saying
You're
that
very angry. You're calling her.
I'm not
So
angry.
angry.
Well, I am
I
somewhat,
literally
somewhat
teared up.
angry about this whole paedophile scheme that Keemstar has concocted.
It wasn't a scheme.
No,
Which,
you
by the
just
way-
told me that I'm lying about how much sex I'm
You just
having.
made it out to be a scheme.
It wasn't a scheme. It wasn't a
How is
scheme.
it a
We are
scheme?
entertainers. We are entertainers. We put forth
That's a
a
scheme.
conversation that people debated. Me and H3 went back and forth
So,
debating.
so was it planned?
It was
It
not
was not
planned.
planned.
It came
was
naturally.
sporadic, and we didn't talk in the DMs because we both get it.
Keemstar,
Because
did you believe
Keemstar is
what
Zoie
she
Burgher
thought
male.
at the time?
What I
was the
said,
question? Oh,
Clown,
damn.
and I'm going to be very exact here. What I said is if a male did the same thing that Zoie Burgher did on YouTube, he would be considered a pedophile. So, is Zoie Burgher a pedophile? And that question right there was brilliant because it was very, very boring time
And I called you
on
out
YouTube.
for it in my video.
It was very boring, and that
I'm so
question right
confused.
there
You're making
sparked
it
so
sound
much
like it was a
conversation.
scheme, and you're taking credit for the scheme. But if you
How
just
could
remember
we
and
not?
say
When
at the
he's the one who
time,
called me
and
a
now you
pedo.
just
How
kind
could
of want
we
to
not?
for
retract
being
it.
the greatest entertainer of
Hey,
our
Clown,
generation.
was the Blair
we
Witch
are literally
Project a
debating
scheme?
this right now.
Was the Blair Witch Project a
Keem,
scheme?
come back down.
What?
Come back down.
What? I mean, that makes no sense.
Oh, it doesn't make sense because
You-
you're not in the same
you
realm.
made a
That's
I'm
question.
why
very
you're on
confused
this.
You
because
asked
you
the
made the
question.
tweet. Did you believe what you meant
You
at the
just don't
time? You
understand
obviously
your
knew
own
the
persona.
implications. You
Clown,
obviously
Clown,
knew that.
you
Keem
asked
Star.
a
Was it a
question.
scheme or not?
It's not a scheme.
You asked the question, is FouseyTube living in an alternative reality? And that question right there was brilliant because
You know
it was...
what I think it is, Keemstar? You know what's happened? I think this is kind of blown up in your face. You made this tweet. You actually believed it at the time. It's blown up in your face a bit, and now you're kind of like backtracking on it.
So you actually believe that
That's
I
your
think that
opinion.
Zoie Burgher is a pedophile?
No, I didn't say that.
That's what
He
you just
says
said.
that maybe
I
you were
think you
heated.
kind of
I
wanted
feel
to
like that could
start
be true.
something with Zoie Burgher at the time. You did.
I
You did want
just-
to create
I
that
admitted
drama.
that. I
so
already
you
admitted
used
that.
the paedophile allegations.
Yeah, his persona
I didn't
believed it.
accuse
create
her
drama.
of being a pedophile. I
His
did
persona.
not
Keemstar,
accuse
do
her
not make
of being
this
a
out
pedophile.
like you were either A, trolling the internet, or B, trying to start a dialogue. Like,
You
no,
just
your
said
intentions
that
were
I
not
was.
good.
Resisting starts
You
dialogue.
just admitted that I was.
I want to hear Tommy's opinion because you guys are killing me.
You have trivialized paedophile allegations.
Clown,
Oh,
you
And
fuck
that,
just
that
yourself.
should
said,
not
Go
be for
fuck
the
yourself,
purpose of
clown.
entertainment.
Clown,
Go
you
fuck
just
yourself.
said that.
You're
What was I
backtracking.
supposed to
That's
do?
what you're
Stop
doing.
talking, Clown. Let other people
What was I
respond
supposed to
to what
do?
you're saying.
I was just finishing what I was saying.
Okay.
Listen, Clown, you just said that I did this, all right, to create drama. But then within the same breath, you said, don't play like you did this to create entertainment or this was some, but that's the same thing,
You
right?
just disqualified your own comment.
No, what he's saying, Keem, is this happened by accident, and then you guys agreed later to sort of say, okay, this whole thing was a work, but it actually happened naturally.
It happened,
That's what
yeah.
he's saying.
We just told
We
you
could
it
have
happened
planned it,
naturally.
but you're talking about ethics, and ethics doesn't matter on YouTube. It really doesn't. If ethics mattered, I'd be gone a long
Well,
time ago.
I think it does, to be honest.
Oh, Joey salads?
I think
Joey
you can
salads
get, I think
exist.
you can get away with most things,
Oh,
but
God.
I think this particular thing is a bit fucked.
But I got me on the Baited podcast. Did you know that was months ago when I was
Zoe,
dreaming
don't
of
get
this
me wrong.
moment?
I really
I was
don't
dreaming
give a
of
shit.
this moment.
Hang on, let me just finish. I really don't give a shit if you want to take your top off and use your body for views. I don't care. I really
Sounds
don't.
like you do. So
No,
good.
I
You
genuinely
disqualify your own
don't. I
comments.
genuinely don't
If you don't,
care.
if you
That's
don't
why
care,
I
then why are
haven't.
we
That's
on
why I
this
haven't
show?
made a video on you.
No, you don't want to give me views because I didn't get enough. It's fine. You're losing money, not
And
me.
I've said multiple times publicly on Tommy's stream
Ugh, you
and
don't care
wherever
what you
that I
tweet about
simply
it.
don't care.
Okay.
If that's what you want to do, great. I'm probably going to make jokes about you and criticize you for it, but
Because it gets you
it's not
views,
nothing too
because it
serious.
gets you views.
Because I think you should be criticized for it.
Oh, I know, and I should. I agree with you. I didn't say don't criticize
all
me.
right,
In fact,
so-
I took
all
a
right,
pedophile
great.
allegation because I thought that was an important dialogue to put up, and I responded and said, I ain't. I'm not. I'm
I
no
think
pedophile.
you were right to
and then I
defend
made a funny
yourself,
little
but
joke.
don't act like this was creating a dialogue. Don't act like you were
Oh,
trolling the internet.
Okay.
We
Was
yeah,
it
it did create a
beneficial?
dialogue.
Yes.
We're doing a
I mean, was it
dialogue right
beneficial?
now.
No.
We are doing a dialogue right now. We
How does he not
created
get
a
this?
dialogue.
Clown is
Period.
asking
I'm
it,
talking
is
to
it an
Keem now.
important dialogue?
Period.
Keem,
Yeah.
how does
Well,
he
that's
not
not what
get
Clown's
this?
saying.
They were,
Clown
How
is
is
it was
Colossal
saying,
not-
very black and white.
How do you know my intentions?
Well, because you told me privately in a Skype call.
Yeah,
and
I
know
did
exactly
tell you
what your, I know
privately.
exactly
I did
what your
tell you
intentions
privately.
were, and the fact that you
I
played,
did tell
the
you
fact that you
privately.
played this off against me without telling me in this
Privately.
podcast.
Privately.
You did privately, and I know exactly why you brought up these paedophile allegations against Zoe. You want me to say them? And I think I'm within my rights to say them because you betrayed my trust by trying to play this off as a troll, and you trolled Tommy and me. Me and you both know, and you told me this in a fucking Skype call, that you were going to do this to Zoie Burgher because she was being friendly with Scarce.
Hallelujah.
That is not true.
Hallelujah.
That
Hallelujah.
is
You
not
call me a
Oh my
liar?
God, you guys just made me
I am
sound
calling
smart.
you a liar. I am calling you a liar.
Oh,
that
this is
simply
delicious.
not
I need
true.
some popcorn.
Now you're trolling me,
I
you
need popcorn.
motherfucker.
I need
It is true.
popcorn. You guys are. This is so fun. Hi.
It is
You
true,
guys are
and
so
fuck
fun.
you,
Can I
Keemstar.
kiss
That
both
is
of
not
you?
true. How salty are you that you got trolled?
Oh, I did get trolled.
I don't even know what's right anymore. Wasn't this about me at some point?
What Clown just said is simply not true. That is not true.
But you know what, Clown? It's important.
I would not lie
Clown.
about this. You betray
You
my
are
trust.
lying about
I'll
this,
betray yours.
And you've admitted on this podcast that you are a liar.
I
Well,
cannot.
I am not lying about
Clown,
this,
can I
and
say
the audience
something
can
to
believe
you? Yes,
whatever
you
they
are.
want to believe, but I'm certainly not lying about this.
This
That
is
what you
Clown's
told me privately.
nice little
And
way to
I'm
try to
very
get
happy
back
to
at
reveal
me.
that to everyone listening to this podcast.
my
Why don't you
God.
just tell everybody that you're a scarce loyalist, you fucking scarce loyalist?
How is he a scarce loyalist?
Tommy, how's it going?
Because how many times does he defend scarce? And look at this bullshit that he's saying now, that I went after Zoe because I was jealous of scarce.
Wait, I already said that too.
The audience can believe whatever they want to believe. Yeah, Zoe called
Okay.
it exactly right.
Oh, and you're
Yeah,
saying I'm
yeah.
not smart.
He actually
Zoe,
said
he's
I never
playing
said
you.
you weren't
An
smart.
idiot.
He is
but-
Oh,
playing
so you
you.
think I'm
He's
smart?
playing
Yes.
you.
Yes, 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 yes.
Not really. Not really. Most people aren't as smart as they think they are.
Right.
Oh, that still burns. So you don't think I'm smart? Did it go up a little bit? Today's my birthday. Can we get a happy birthday from you, Clown? Now I really want to. I have this weird thing where if people don't like me, I like try extra hard for them to like me. So I'm gonna make you my best friend eventually, hopefully.
I did kind of like, we were speaking in the DMs, I was like, yeah, she's all right. She's just doing this for money. She's a bit bored. I was thinking like, oh, maybe
Makes
she's
me happy.
okay. But now, I retract that because I
Well, see, at least Zoe does something, Clown.
think there's
Clown.
doing something for attention. There's doing
Somebody's
things for
daughter.
You literally
really
made me
say
cry
And then there's
earlier. So how
literally
can you say
abusing.
that?
There's
I'm
literally
someone's
abusing
daughter.
Pedophile allegations.
Yeah, that's
No,
for
there
attention. I mean,
were.
this is
You
just
keep saying
unbelievable.
pedophile allegations. There were no allegations of anyone being a pedophile. There were zero allegations.
Not directly, Keemstar, but you know exactly what I mean. You certainly insinuated it. So calm.
I said if a man did this, is the third time I have
So
to
you said
explain
I'm
this, which is
smart.
ridiculous.
Yeah, but what Clown is
If
saying
a
is,
man
all
did
right, you guys
this,
started a
all right,
dialogue. Is this
they would
really
be
even an
considered
important
a
dialogue to
pedophile.
have?
Is Zoe Burgher
Is
a
it an
pedophile?
important
That is what
conversation
I
to
said.
have?
That started a conversation, and the conversation concluded community-wise that Zoe Burgher is not a pedophile, but we also concluded that there is a double standard. And me asking that question has sparked a conversation that has went throughout the community,
Well
and
done,
we're
Keemstar.
literally
No,
talking
great,
about it
great,
right now.
great
spot
And you
for
can say
conversation.
you can
Pedo
say this didn't start a
allegations,
dialogue.
pedo-
They are not pedo
Insinuating
You're just
allegations.
mad.
That's brilliant.
They are
No,
not
you're
pedo
a
Well,
genius.
he
allegations.
does-
Genius,
in fairness,
Keemstar.
Zoe.
You've also lost
in
like
fairness,
a significant
I-
amount of credibility as well.
Oh,
I
well,
haven't
he
lost
already
any.
done it
How?
before, though. It's easy.
How?
That's,
It's
How?
okay for Zoe because Zoe didn't have any to begin with, but you kind of
fuck
were
you,
getting it
Clown.
back
Can we
and
let
you
Tommy
kind
talk
of
now?
lost
I'm getting
it
tired of hearing
there.
your awesome
Clown,
voice.
one question, quick, Clown.
No, for
you
fuck's
said
sake.
I lost. You said I lost credibility. How did I lose credibility?
What credibility
the question
does
I
he
asked,
have to have? He doesn't have to have
the
any.
question,
He reports the news, so he has got to have some, Zoe.
Oh, whatever.
the question I asked is Zoe Burgher a pedophile? Because
Yeah,
if
but
the man
you
did
guys
this,
keep
we would
starting.
consider
There's
one.
all-
Is
there
an
are
actual,
all-
legitimate,
Okay.
real question.
There are
I
all
want
sorts
to
of
see
double
that. I
standards
think he's
between
just
men.
How would I
tired of hearing it
lose
from your
Except
voice.
that
Let me
aren't
try.
that,
But he's
you know,
tired of
How
hearing
would
it
I
from my
lose
voice.
credibility by
for
asking
me.
that question?
It's not worth a conversation, you know.
Well, here's what I wanted to say because Keemstar was kind of saying exactly what I was going to say, but I want to try it in my voice to see if Clown, maybe that's shaking it up, can reawaken the eardrums or something and make him fucking listen. So here we go. This is what I wanted to say on the matter, okay? This is how it happened, and this is chronologically. Now, we can argue if my opinion matters, if what I do is right, and I think that there's a really important thing to say, and that you represent it, Colossal. You represent the people who do not like me, who are not budging. If we're going to look about it in terms of political, describe it that way, you are the viewership that it does fuck you, Zoe. Literally everything you point, and it's important because I need to be challenged with it.
That is not
and
true.
I need
That is not true at all. Because
How is
I
it not
literally-
true? It's not-
I
it's not-
literally
it's not a
don't give a
fucking
shit, and I've told
opinion.
you multiple times I don't give a shit.
Then why are
what
you on this
do
phone call with me?
your body on YouTube? Yes, you're a money.
Well, I was
whore.
going somewhere. You
You're a
cut me
money
off.
whore.
I wasn't done.
You do
I'm
this
almost
for
done.
views.
I'm
You do
halfway
this
through
for
the point.
attention. You do this
Clown,
primarily
let
for
her
money.
finish. Clown, let her finish. Let her finish.
Shut up. You do this primarily for money, and that's all I've said. I don't care that you do it. You deserve criticism for it. You're going to get criticism for it. I'm going
there
to
we
make
go.
jokes about it. Other people are going to
Perfect.
make jokes about it, and that's where it ends.
And that's
where it
it.
ends.
And
Zoe.
we get it, and I
Other
get it,
than
but
that,
here's where
I
I was
just
going
don't
with
care
that.
enough about you. I don't find you
Why are you trying?
interesting
You've
enough to
repeated
talk
that you
about.
don't care about me 10 times. I feel like that means you care.
That doesn't.
No one else
that doesn't
is
mean
talking
that.
about how they
that
don't care
doesn't
about
mean
me.
that at all.
I honestly,
How?
Clown, are you more upset that you got worked? I mean, that the Keems. I think Keems more. I don't think he's that upset at you. To be honest with
I'm
you,
not.
I
I'm
think
not
that-
upset. I'm not upset that I got trolled. I am somewhat aggrieved that
It
Keemstar
bothers
is trying to
you.
play this off like it's a masterwork troll. He was trying to start a dialogue. He was trying to do this because he's an entertainer. Oh, fuck
Yeah.
off. Fuck off. That is so ridiculous.
But it's true.
But can I just
That was
say
your
this?
that was your primary purpose, was it? You've used paedophile allegations for entertainment purposes.
Okay, you
Keemstar,
keep saying the
fuck
same
you.
thing. Nobody
Yeah, and it
accused
hurt.
anyone
It did hurt
of
because
being
I did.
a fucking pedophile. Nobody accused anyone of being a pedophile.
Let me stop.
You insinuated it, Keemstar. You know exactly what I'm saying.
Insinuated.
Oh
What the fuck are you, Leafy now? Shut the fuck up. There was no
How's that got
insinuation.
anything to do with Leafy?
I thought that was literally.
Okay, can we let me talk, please? Jesus, I know I'm a woman, but let me talk at least fucking once.
Have some respect for women.
Just waiting for that card to come.
I am a bastion for women. You say, oh, how are people like to say, oh, how are you anything to do with feminism? Because I'm a woman. That is why. That is why I am a part of feminism.
One of the most stupid things I've ever heard.
I don't
to be
think
honest.
this has anything to do with feminism. I'm glad
It does if I'm the first woman on the Baited podcast.
I suppose. I mean,
What do you mean?
That was just because you got popular at the right
Amen.
time. That has nothing
I
to do with you
know.
being a woman.
But that's what I'm saying but at the same time, it's a happy coincidence. Don't you think?
What she's saying is that she's a woman,
just
so
the
we
most
should probably
stupid
respect her. She's
reasoning
the
I've
first
ever
woman to
heard.
be on the show. Okay, let's go.
That's what I'm saying. So give me some respect. If Colossal, yes, exactly. Give me some, and I know you got to scrape it from your fucking imagination. I'm trying to give you
No,
some
I'm sorry.
stuff.
I have no respect for you. Sorry. No.
Do you
then
really?
that's
I
it.
mean,
That's fine.
Zoe,
But
do you
let
need
me-
him to respect you?
I
mean,
don't.
like,
I don't because I got plenty of
it doesn't
views.
sound it, and it doesn't really sound it. I mean, you sound pretty upset.
Clown,
I
let me
am
make this
upset
clear
because
to
it
you.
bothers
Let me
me.
make this clear to you. Okay, we didn't. This wasn't something that was planned. This wasn't some master troll. However, all right,
It worked nicely.
It was a really boring time. It was a really boring time when
And
I asked
people
that
could
question.
smell it too. People could smell it.
And that dialogue right there, that thing, like it kind of took a life of its own, and me and Zoe as entertainers worked it, and now we're here talking about it, and everyone has been talking about it for like the last week. So
And that's the point.
You know, it isn't some master plan. And Zoe has said multiple times, we weren't in the DMs. We didn't talk
purposely
about
stayed
this
away, if anything.
because we didn't. We
We
talk
coordinated
about
this
but-
podcast through Colossal because, yes, there is some ethics to it. We weren't going to actually talk about it because I think that is fucked up. We weren't actually going to do that. And here's the thing. Here's the thing with the pedo allegations. It is allegations, and it's fine. And he legally saved himself. And I made this point in my video that you can legally save yourself because you put a question mark at the end. You can argue whether it's good, whether it's bad. Doesn't fucking matter. People have been talking about it. That is our job. That is what we do. Now, the thing is, with that said, I was not happy. I was not happy when I frickin' but Keemstar is the bad guy on the internet. He is the bad guy. And who else to call me a pedo? He prepackaged this already existing idea. Keem said people already were calling me a pedo. No, they were not. He used the word pedo and I was called a pedo. And I don't like it. Yeah, it's a criminal allegation. I get it. But he's the bad guy. I did nothing but benefit from it.
I got to be
Nothing
honest with you.
but
In some
benefit.
sense, she's right. I mean, it doesn't have the impact if anybody other than Keemstar says it because of his
Exactly.
history.
But
Yeah.
we still need to voice the dialogue that says it's not right for me
Yeah,
to do
but
this.
yeah,
Colossal
I
says we need
suppose,
to
but, I mean,
fact check me.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the right way to do it, and I think that's why Clown's a little upset. I mean,
the ethics. Yes, that's what I
look,
said.
I'm not upset because it doesn't matter.
It's not the right. It's not the right.
This is
it
the most stupid thing I've seen.
It is
for a
the
long
most
time.
brilliant thing from an entertainer standpoint.
it's
From an
not brilliant.
entertainer standpoint, is brilliant. From like a professional, like in a court of law, it's retarded.
You've used insinuated paedophile
And
not
allegations
if there's
insinuated
no
for
victim,
entertainment
you're saying the
purposes.
only
There
victim
is no
here
victim,
is.
though. That's true.
And you're
That's the
justifying
problem.
it because
the
you're
victim,
entertaining.
Clown?
You just
Who's
said
the
it
victim?
This is
weakened the
most
pedophile
stupid
allegation.
thing.
You can't weaken allegations. They're already weak.
The whole point is they are allegations
but your
about
but your point
pedophilia.
was that we were weakening the pedophile word. We're making light of the situation, and that it is in effect victimizing the people who are actually pedos, who eventually in the future no one's going to take seriously. But guess what? People don't go to Keemstar for their pedo allegations. They go to him for their popcorn drama.
They're not going to now, I can tell you that fucking much.
The reason why this question, is Zoie Burgher a pedophile, is so brilliant because it's this simple.
It
all right?
prepackages the
If,
idea.
Listen,
It's not
stop,
brilliant
stop,
at all.
stop. If a man, all right, let's
really
let's
listen
use
to the Twitter
Leafy for an
video, dude.
example. All right, let's say Leafy, all right, everyone knows that Leafy has a big following on Tumblr and has a lot
thought
of
you said
teenage
Leafy
girls
has a
that are
big
fans
dick.
of him. Right? If Leafy said, I'm going to show my dick, all right, to my subscribers once I hit 5 million views, knowing that they're female girls watching him, little teenage girls watching him that are in love with him, we would call that person a fucking pedophile. We'd be like, you're a
We would.
pedo. That's some pedo shit, right?
But he wouldn't be.
And the reason why the question is so brilliant is because Zoie Burgher is essentially doing the same thing, But there is a double standard because when we were teenage little boys, when we were 12 years old, all right, little boys, we want to see boobies, and we don't see anything wrong with that. So that's why it's such.
Yes, I mean Tommy and I have both articulated this.
But
on
that's
the
wase the
already,
question
you're
is
only-
so
you're only-
brilliant because it sparks an amazing
It's not
debate
brilliant.
and conversation.
Not
And
brilliant
then
at all.
you can voice your point. You're Colossal. You are nothing without the comments you talk about. Nothing.
So I can just make a tweet saying Keemstar is a pedophile.
Do it. It'll be funny as shit. You'll get retweets.
That's not
No,
funny.
I'll
no,
retweet
let's
it.
make
not
let's
funny.
let's make another grade
an
A.
extra 400
Let's
K.
shut up. Let's make a grade A exposed video again. Calling Keemstar a wife beater and a pedophile. Maybe
me
we can start a
explain to you-
dialogue. Oh, guess what? It did start a
No, let me
dialogue. That's
explain.
brilliant.
YouTube
You know what?
2016.
And you know what, Clown? And you know what? You know what? Him accusing me of that shit that was incorrect did start a dialogue, and he has lost respect throughout this community.
He's just an
grade A
entertainer.
under
Well,
A.
you've lost
Grade A
respect
under
as
A
well,
has
Keemstar.
lost respect
Congratulations.
throughout this community because when I talk to other YouTubers, you know what they say? They say I used to respect Grade A under A. You know, he used to be a person to look up to, but after he said what he said about you, and he knew that it was incorrect, and he put out false information about you, I lost respect for him.
People are going to say exactly the same thing about you after this episode.
But they're not. But they're not. But they're not.
If they don't,
they're not.
they're wrong because they really
But they're
should.
not because Zoie Burgher has
really
gained
sick.
thousands of subscribers that day
Million?
when I brought that up.
Really
I
sick,
pushed
Zoie
her
Burgher.
to 1 million subscribers. And I think she would agree
I
to
made that bitch
That day,
famous.
she gained
Yeah,
40,000.
good promotion. Let's
That
call everyone
day-
a pedophile.
that day
and let's
on
give them some
Drama Alert,
promotion.
that
Let's
day
get,
I covered
let's
it-
get some
Oh my
money
God, fuck
from
off.
some pedophile
Fuck off.
allegations.
For a minute. That day when I covered that on Drama Alert, she gained 40,000 subscribers.
But it wasn't
and
just
that
because of
pushed
you,
her.
honey.
Well, that I played a
It was
big
it
fucking
was
part of it
scarce.
because that
It
was
was
the
also
whole
scarce
conversation.
talking about you calling me a pedo. But no one thinks about that.
Regardless,
Regardless, what do you mean? You helped me get that story.
Oh boy.
you helped.
What, is
I
this-
helped you get what story?
Scarce that video. I got mentioned in his video that day because you called me a pedo.
Okay, so let's say I don't call you pedo, then you're not covered on Drama Alert, and you're not covered on Scarce.
Exactly. Then
So back
no
to
one
my-
talked about me. Then I lost those. That's what I'm saying. And I needed those
So that's
subs.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, right? So
Yeah,
not only did that help
100%.
her, but it also helped Drama Alert. It also helped everyone, and it
Everybody
got everyone
succeeded.
entertained, and it got people into a conversation. And you, Tommy, you did a whole podcast
Yeah,
on
I
it.
know.
You
You
made
got
money
me.
on it. We're doing a podcast right now talking about this. So how is
So
this
much
a bad
content
thing?
was made.
Tommy, how can you just sit there and just be like, yeah, I did a
Because
whole
nobody
episode
got
on
hurt.
it.
It's not like they're making fun of rape allegations or murder or anything like that. Nobody got hurt. And but you know what? I
They're,
agree
ma-
with you.
they're making light of pedophile
It's not-
allegations.
it's
It's
not
entertainment.
big. They didn't make a.
How the
Let me
fuck
answer
do you
the
not see
question.
this? I know. Look,
let him
I know
talk. You
Dave
asked
is
him a
going to have
question
Yeah,
and
but
you cut him
no,
off,
Dave
Colossal.
called this. He said that they were working us. He called this privately. I heard him say it. No,
Right.
here's the thing. I don't care that much because nobody got hurt. I do agree with you totally, Clown. This whole thing is stupid and it shouldn't have been done in the first place. But nobody got hurt, so it's tough
Right.
for me to get upset.
Good.
If I could point to somebody like what Gray did to Keem, then I could get upset about it. But just the fact it's just kind of silly and dumb, and it's just going to be forgotten. And they're
It
not
already
wrong.
has.
It was entertaining for the time, but at the end of the day, you're right. It's not that important. It's very silly.
For the purposes of entertainment.
Yeah, I guess it's
Jesus.
only
It's a
entertaining because of
neutral
Keem's what happened with Keem and Tony. That's why it's entertaining. You know, it's entertaining in sort of a pro wrestling way. You know, and that's it. It's not high
But
entertainment.
it's also real. It's also real. The question that I asked is a real
Kind of reality
question.
TV too, a little bit.
The question I
Yeah.
asked is a real question,
Is it
and
really,
it's something
though?
that can be really debated because
But
there
there's
is a double
standards
standard.
between men and women. We know that. I mean,
I mean, I swear to Christ, the things some of you people will do for attention is unbelievable. It's
we
really
are
unbelievable.
whores.
I'm a view whore. What do you expect? Are you surprised the view whore does whorish view whoring things? What the fuck?
Yeah, but I mean, this is a new
Oh
low.
God, let's alert the media.
Clown, let me explain the difference between
You sound like you
you
mean V for Vendetta.
and me, Zoe, and Tommy. There's a difference between us four, right? Us three versus you, right? The difference is that we work and we focus on entertaining our people all the time. You don't do anything, Clown. you don't
That's
do
an
any
acting.
of
Oh,
that,
I'm not
man.
getting in this one. I'm. So you guys can touch this one.
Clown, you need to
I'm not gonna
make
tell him he's not
videos. You need
working.
to make content. You can sit there in your ivory fucking tower and say, "Oh, you guys will do anything for attention." But we're not just doing anything for attention. We're entertaining our audiences.
How many subscribers
Like,
do you have,
Entertain your
Colossal?
audience by all means. But I think there is a limit. There has to be a line drawn somewhere, and I think this is probably it, isn't it?
But who's gonna
But
draw
is it
you?
really that
think
shady
the
when it's a
community draws
real
it.
question?
Maybe the community guidelines is is a good place to start. And a lot of people argue I should be banned on YouTube. What do you think about that?
I don't say you should be
How?
banned.
No one said you should be
say
banned.
that.
He didn't say.
I said I did not.
But
think
Clown,
you
why
should
don't
be
you
banned.
make content? I don't understand why you're not making videos. Like,
I don't understand what
Yeah, it
this
doesn't
has
have
to do with
anything-
the
yeah.
conversation at all.
no, it does have something to do with it because you know what? The last video
Maybe
that you
he would
uploaded
get
was
it,
like
but his
fucking
position's
3
not going to
months
change.
ago.
He believes what he believes. You can't convince him to suddenly change his position on me.
Yeah,
Same
and
reason
this is
you
our,
can't.
these are his principles. Zoe's right.
Yeah,
and
I am
I
right,
got to be
and I
honest,
get
I
that.
don't disagree with Clown all that much. I'm not offended like Clown is. And that's
He
just-
is
I'm not
offended, and we have to-
He is
we have to
offended, and he has
include that.
and I got to be honest with you, Zoe, he has every right to be offended. This is a
Good.
little on the low side. You said you don't care,
Not really.
and that's
Not
fine.
really.
That's
I made a
fine.
choice,
but
yeah.
it's not that important.
I'm
Hey,
not putting myself on a pedestal by doing it. Not really. I think it's a
No.
fair criticism.
It is, and you're right. And
I
I
disagree.
100% am
But
ready.
you
I
want-
disagree.
you want Clown to like
is,
you.
Clown
Don't
is trying to.
attribute it to fucking ego or because we're putting ourselves above you. No, it's not
you
that.
know what, in the
It's
future-
because we feel that you deserve the criticism. That's all it is.
Clown,
How
listen
should
to
I
me,
have done
Clown.
it?
This is like me saying, you know for a fact that FouseyTube is bipolar. He has a mental illness. How dare you make a fucking video and making light heart of someone with a mental illness?
I don't
True.
understand.
I
the
could
point.
say the same thing to you. I could be just as critical of you. I'm a creative motherfucker. I could keep on going on for days. I could pick that FouseyTube video apart. I could pick any
But
video
he
you
doesn't-
apart, and I could
But
criticize
he's
you
not
just
going
like
to
you are
'cause he's your
criticizing
friend.
us right now. And it is unfair, Clown. It is
There's no point to do it.
unfair.
But you can't change his opinion, Keem. I know you're upset too now. Now he's upset, and now you're getting upset. And me and Tommy are the only neutral parties really here. And it's funny that I'm a neutral
Oh,
party.
please
on
don't
my
say you're a
own.
fucking neutral party. You're not.
I know
You're
I'm
fucking
not.
I'm not. I don't think I'm neutral. I don't want to be, but
Maybe you quite like to be.
I thought
but
this
no, not,
podcast
so.
was going to be boring as hell. This
No,
is
it's
probably
not.
like the
It's
best
excellent.
one. This is like the best one we've ever.
What?
it's excellent. I have that, but I mean, I gotta be
You
honest
guys are
with you.
killing me.
I do agree with Clown. I mean, and look, he wants the standard, and Zoe's right. He's entitled to the
Okay,
standard.
this is all I
Every
want.
single fucking time I look like a social justice warrior in these episodes.
You're not.
I'm sorry. I'm fucking sorry. This is so wrong. This is so fucking wrong.
Can't you just enjoy titties? Are you gay? What are you, fucking gay?
It's like the whole thing
No,
with
he's
the
British.
fucking. Oh, I'm not going to bring that shout.
Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute.
Finish Keemstar.
I just think it's funny
this
that she
is-
said,
there
"What
is-
are
there
you?"
is
Let
an
me finish on
ethical
my
guideline.
face.
There's got to be like somewhere. There's got to be a fucking line. And this
Where?
I just think
this
it
is
is
so
hilarious.
low
Something.
down and fucking
I love
dirty.
you.
I mean, this is
You
just
were on the
so
Baited
stunning.
podcast.
Do you
This
feel
is
dirty
as low
talking
as
to
it
me?
gets,
Oh,
Clown.
okay.
Wake up!
Ah!
Wake up! This podcast
Well, I'm
is
beginning
a
to
Everybody's
think
roasting
that
themselves.
being on a podcast with DJ
YouTube
Killer
roast
Keemstar
2016.
is probably pretty fucking low.
But you
I'm-
know
I'm
what,
being
Clown?
serious.
You know what,
Oh,
Clown?
I know you're being
Clown,
serious.
As far
That's
as
amazing.
YouTube, as far
Clown!
as YouTube shit
When
goes,
they go low,
this is
we
one
go
of
high.
the lowest things I've seen done for the sake of.
But when they go
inadvertent
low, we
content
go high.
You gotta stop making me
entertainment.
laugh.
There's plenty of other ways to be entertaining, but you've got to create false.
They're
pedophile
not
allegations.
false.
That is
And
just.
they're not
it's so
pedo
They're not false.
allegations.
Team, shut up. Yes, they
Like,
are
I
false.
thought Zoie Burgher getting her plastic tits fucking done for her, and she's going to do her nudes at 1 million was desperate. But this is just a little bit more fucking desperate than that.
You're surprised. You're like, I didn't know it could get
believe this.
worse.
Like, it's just unbelievable. And I know I sound like a
You
social
do,
justice
because you
warrior
are.
saying
You
it, but
are. You're justifying
I'm sorry,
everything.
but this is just so low down.
And most people would agree with you, and that's why you're able to do it. That's why your point is
I'm-
valid.
I'm
You're probably
out
the
of
sole
words.
reason
Like,
some people are
you're
actually
just sitting
listening
here
to
and
the
like,
podcast.
this is fine, this is okay. I did this for entertainment. Like, no, what the fuck are you talking about? You have literally lost your mind.
Do you wanna spank
You have
me,
gone
Daddy?
You sound like a
insane.
Victorian
You have
from the
gone
19th
Oh,
century.
yeah.
That's what it sound like.
Exactly. What are you, a fucking Puritan?
He's a
Clown is a
Puritan.
Puritan. Hashtag
Do you think
Clown is
people
a
can still
Puritan.
I think I
That
sound like a
without me
normal,
visually being
rational
in it.
human being because what you guys have done is just
I
totally
didn't do shit. I
irrational
fell for it.
and
So who
illogical
cares?
and
Hey,
just
Zoe,
batshit
Zoe,
fucking
Zoe.
insane.
Clown is gonna take you out and fucking tie you up and burn you
I'm
at the stake
excited.
as a witch. He's a
It's
fucking
kinky.
Puritan. He's a fucking Puritan.
That's okay. But no, he is. You're right. He's a purist when it comes
He
to
is,
YouTube
he is.
content
And he's
and
every right to
YouTube
be. And
content
he's right
creator.
about most things,
Every
I'd say,
right,
Zoe.
Every right.
I mean, this has just got to be seen as a low. It's
Clown,
got
no,
Nobody-
it is
everybody
not
else
low.
sees
It is
it
a
as
fucking
low.
great
Yes, they
high.
do.
It is a great
It
high
is a
that
low.
everybody is on.
Okay,
Dude,
let's take a poll.
everything
Let's
I
take a
put out
poll.
there is
Shut up.
fucking crack
Shut up, everyone. We're
cocaine.
taking a
It is
poll.
not low. We are all
Everyone.
high as fuck.
Type 1 in the chat
the
if
internet
Alex
does not
is.
see this as low down and fucking just
Okay.
so desperate for
Okay.
views and money and attention.
Oh my god. What are you gonna do? Unfriend us?
We're not friends. We're not friends, Zoe.
Press 1 in the chat if Alex is. Never mind. But anyway.
What the fuck, bitch? All right. She is a pedo. She is a pedo. Everybody, Zoie Burgher
Type
is a
2
pedo.
in the chat.
I'm not doing.
69. I can't. What are we even doing right
Ladies
now?
and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Baited Podcast. I'm your host, Keemstar. You're also here with Tommy, shot from the point, Zoe, a.k.a. Funbags, and, of course, the social justice warrior you all love and adore. Colossal is crazy. We'll see you next week on Baited Podcast.
I gotta go change my panties.